What is up, guys? NYK31 bringing you MLB 15 the show. This is my franchise mode. I'm using the Tampa Rays, and I am. This is basically one of my two current sports game obsessions. This and Pez. And as you can see here, I am almost 50 games in. Almost done with the month of May going into June. I am 22 and 26, taking on the first place Baltimore Orioles. So got some work to do as far as making up ground. Really struggled out of the gate. I spent the first month basically flip-flopping between hitter interfaces and having a tough time settling on one that I liked and felt comfortable with. And I finally settled on directional hitting, which I feel is better for playing the CPU. In online league, it's zone hitting all the way because I feel like online places more of a premium on having good user control, and zone hitting allows you the ability to really direct your bat pretty much any way you want. Directional is basically, I feel, the best combination of having the player ratings impact your pitcher versus batter matchup, plus giving you a degree of influence as far as what you wish to do at the plate, as far as being able to zone in and have some control over how you want to hit. Plus, the directional hitting reminds me of the MVP baseball series, EA's baseball series, which was a very good series. Well, it evolved into a very good series toward the end, especially MVP Baseball 2005. That was a really, really good game. And the Rays are a pretty good team. I'm using my Mets in online leagues, so offline, the Rays are kind of my adopted American League team. And they're a fun bunch. They have a good group of young live arms. I have Matty Moore starting, who's having a good start for me. And I like Evan Longoria. I'm a bit of a Evan Longoria fanboy. And they have some good, young, everyday players to develop too. And plus I like the challenge of managing their disadvantage as far as their market size is concerned. And, other than that, I just really love playing this game. This franchise mode has pretty much sucked me in, hook, line, and sinker. I think this game has the best franchise mode. I think basically it boils down to MLB, NBA 2K, My League, and PES Master League among offline franchise modes. And really, which one you prefer is just a matter of splitting hairs, and you can't really go wrong with either of the three. And I'm challenging myself here in Season 1 to play all 162 games. That's how drawn in I am. And, that's a lot of games. And I'm close to the 50 game mark, so that would leave 112 left to go, so why not? In a couple of games, I'll be in the month of June, and then before I know it, I'll be at the All-Star break. So why not just trudge and play them all, accumulate all the stats for myself, and then from there, I'm going to do some serious simming. And I'm also using quick counts to kind of help speed it up. I don't really love quick counts all that much because I feel like it hurts the rhythm of an at-bat. I don't mind it as much for pitching purposes, but I feel for hitting, for me, it makes hitting more difficult because I feel like it's harder to get a feel for the pitcher and his arsenal and what he likes to throw and on what counts he likes to throw them. And as a result, I find myself striking out more because you're going to end up in some random counts that are just not in your favor, and you're going to be forced to swing at pitcher's strikes. If you get to the plate and it's a 0-2 count or a 1-2 count right off the bat, there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do. Any strike that is any pitch that is close, you're forced to swing at, even if it's not in your zone. So that's a disadvantage. But it makes it more challenging. And there we get a couple of guys on, and Kevin Kiermaier goes yard. I love hitting home runs in this game. I love home runs. I love how the ball tracks off the bat. And that brings me to another challenge with the Rays. Not a whole heck of a lot of pop in the lineup. I got to find a way to get a bat somehow. I haven't really gotten Evan Longoria off. He's been kind of hot and cold. More cold than hot. I think getting him on track would help, but I need another thumper in the lineup somehow. I may have kind of lucked into one as I got a long-term injury, a 60-day DL type of injury to one of my backup infielders, and I had a guy in the minors who's got like 70 contact and 75 power versus right-handers, and is pretty decent against lefties also. He's a left-handed hitter. Corona, I think his name is, and he can play third base, second base, first base. So he might provide some answers, but he gets tired really quickly. He gets tired after a couple of games, and I have to sit him. So I need a real solid everyday power bat. Doesn't have to be a star, just someone who can provide a little bit more punch in the lineup on a day-to-day basis. And the Orioles, they're coming back late here. They have a really deep lineup, really deep. They are never out of the game, especially in this ballpark, which is one of the great launching pads in all of baseball, really. So I'm trying to hang on. There's another jack, so it's a 6-4 game. And I'm going to have to bear down and close this sucker out.
A two-run homer for J.J. Hardy.
Well, that's not good. So yeah, a lot of fun. And I'll be posting vids of this season 1 and as many seasons as I play as well, throwing that into the mix. There's so many good sports games to play now. I'm kind of winding down the Madden head-to-head season. I'm pretty much burnt out as far as that goes. I'll still continue to play my fantasy draft offline CFM that I recently started. But all in all, I am one happy sports gamer. Between this, PES, Madden 15, NCAA, the basketball games, got a lot of stuff to play. And with E3 right around the corner, we're going to get more of a glimpse of the new games coming up. And from the looks of things, we're going to have a lot of good sports games to play in the fall. A lot of good sports games. So we'll see how that all shakes out. So I need to get this final out in this now 6-4 game. This is Mr. Shoop. He's their 9-hitter, and he's still very dangerous. He can jump the yard too. But we get him out, and that will close this sucker out. So we hold off the rally and win this bad boy 6-4. Such a good game. Good presentation. I love the ball physics. People tend to think that baseball is an easy game, or the easiest game to program as far as sports games go, but I'm not really sure I agree with that. I mean, just the vast array of ways that a ball can come off a bat, just getting that realistic has to be a monumental challenge, because there's just literally an infinite amount of ways that ball can end up in play, and a ton of things that ball can do. So hope you guys enjoy, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.